This is Trillium from Trillium Healing Arts. I'm an emotion code, Reiki, and quantum healing hypnosis practitioner. Today I'm going to be talking a little bit about what exactly is quantum healing hypnosis. But first, I invite you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. So, quantum healing hypnosis is a technique that was developed by the late Dolores Cannon. She was a therapist on a naval base for many, many years, and she would regress people into early parts of their lives in order to remove trauma. And she started to find something very strange and uncanny. So when she started regressing people, sometimes they would go into lives that were not their own, or into different scenarios, such as being floating bubbles of light, or on a different planet, being a different gender. And eventually, she started making contact with extraterrestrials, and also with something she calls the subconscious, which is some sort of supreme intelligence which knows all and can access all information. So she would work with her clients eventually to do healings. And these could be from chronic illnesses, and they would have miraculous results. Usually, the body, when we get sick, it's usually the body trying to tell us something, a message, such as unforgiveness, some sort of trauma, or even a past life incident that could be affecting us now. So, in my personal belief, and from the teachers that I follow, I believe that we incarnate many times into different physical realities, that we are a consciousness having different experiences to learn different lessons. And so, if, for instance, certain things that I've found in some of my clients are them having pain in certain areas, and that was related to a death in a previous life. Or, for instance, phobias. Like I had an irrational phobia of sharks. And I tapped back into my consciousness and found that in a past life that I was actually in the Caribbeans and either thrown off the deck or somehow, but fed to the sharks. It was like in my imagination, like a pirate scenario. There's also, because in past lives, I had been killed for my psychic ability or sharing my knowledge. It affected my third eye, my psychic vision, and my ability to speak. So after removing those different layers, my psychic vision opened up quite a bit, and also my throat. I no longer had that fear that was blocking and affecting me in this current life. And so it's really peculiar, is through my energetic clearings, we can have simultaneous lives going on right now, which are actually affecting us in this life. We're all connected. So clearing something in a parallel life can actually affect us positively in this life. And also it's said that when we clear something in this life, that we are affecting all previous lives and obviously future lives. So, for instance, if we inherited something, in one case, one of my clients had a history of every single male in their family having failure in business, like gaining a lot of money and then ultimately failing. So in my Practice the Emotion Code, I cleared 3 accounts, 3 generations of failure. He had reached this low point after gaining success, but after we cleared that, he regained his ability to go and build again, and is now working towards success once more. So that has been really exciting. In another video, I'm going to share a bunch of my stories that I've encountered. But to stay on topic and talk more about past life regression, so The interdimensional beings that Dolores speaks of in her regressions sometimes communicates through people during the sessions, and often they are trying to help people in, you know, whatever their soul contracts here are, which Dolores believes that we incarnate to play various roles, to learn different things from each other and sign up. So in one lifetime, someone could potentially be the mother and then the child. In another lifetime, they could be the oppressor or the villain and then the victim. And then next time, switch it around and flip scenarios. So she says people often, when they're here in this life, these roles seem so serious. But then when they go back, it's almost like watching a play of some sort. So it's really fascinating. And in times when I've regressed one of my clients, they said that in a past life they were, two women lovers that couldn't be together, and then incarnated in this lifetime, being biologically born a female, but being identifying as non-gender, and some of that carried over. They said that they had a very loving but short relationship, but still had these echoes of the previous life in this current incarnation, which they feel really affected, their choice in their self-expression. So it's really interesting to think that we could, be embodying whatever gender we choose in this one. But if we've been both male and female in past lives, it kind of just opens your mind up to different types of dynamics energetically and scenarios and concepts of, our identity. So let's see, also in past life regression, speaking to the superconscious, it seems very fascinating that the work that Dolores did, asking, it seems to come from an all-knowing source. So they would have very specific messages for whoever was being hypnotized, and even sometimes just people in the room. So I'm going deeper and deeper. I'll be sharing more experiences, but so far they've been mostly, energy bubbles, consciousness, and very simple lives. What Dolores calls meat and potato lives, just being out near the beach or golfing. One of my clients was a writer, a journalist in a past life, things like that. Anyway, if you have any questions about past life regression, hypnosis, emotion code, feel free to comment below. I'd love to hear your experiences, your stories, and stay tuned for more. Also let me know if there's anything you'd like to see. Sending you love and light.